What's up? Hi, this is Taylor, literally fresh out of a fitness class. This is terrible for the eyes, so sorry about it. But I just got back from a fitness class, and if you listen to my podcast, which I never really talk about, but I definitely should talk about more, but if you listen to my podcast, you'll know the backstory on that. So go check out Don't Get It Twisted anywhere you stream podcasts or on the Don't Get It Twisted YouTube channel. I had such a great class, but now I'm a sweaty gal. And not only am I sweaty, but I'm also very hungry. So I figured today it would be kind of fun if I walked you through not only post-workout meals that I love to enjoy, but also just my favorite breakfast ideas. I feel like it's no secret that breakfast is not only the most important meal of the day, it's the best meal of the day, it's my favorite meal of the day. They're my staples, I love them, I just want to share them with you. Let me get changed, shower up, because this is kind of gross to look at for the duration of an entire video. So I'll see you in the kitchen. Okay, my hair is obviously wet, and I feel like that's a cardinal rule that you shouldn't be on camera with wet hair. But truly, I don't care. And also, I just feel like that's just so my personality, like to show up somewhere with wet hair. Anyways, we're gonna start with some coffee because, of course, and I have my Christmas mug because now that it's September, it's officially acceptable for me to start celebrating, at least from societal standards. You all know I love my Nespresso machine. It literally gives me life. She is probably one of my best friends in this apartment, besides Reese and Keith. And also, you might know this if you've been watching my videos for a while, but I like to occasionally throw a bit of protein into my coffee. And I know it's weird, and I know a lot of people aren't into it, but trust me, highly, highly suggest it. I always do it in warm coffee, but a lot of people prefer it in cold. Orgain is my protein of choice. I usually do the chocolate, which I think blends terrifically, especially the Orgain Keto chocolate. Chef's kisses. This is peanut butter. This one's fantastic. And I just got this one yesterday, which is vanilla bean. Also, I finally just got a code with Orgain. So if you've ever been interested in trying their protein powders, you can use my code. I think you get 30% off the website when you use code WOODS. So give it a go. Honestly, cleanest protein, so yummy, does not taste chalky or gross, and they have so many vegan options, and I don't like whey protein, so fabulous. Superb. I need to re-emphasize the fact that I am one of the laziest cooks, chefs that you will find anywhere. Not even on the internet, just anywhere. So all of these breakfast ideas are wildly easy, and this is probably the most extreme of them all because I'm actually using a pan. But I can assure you, if I can do this, literally anybody can do this. And essentially what I'm gonna be doing is frying an egg. Woo! Innovative. I am gonna make a piece of toast because, well, I love toast. Ah! She's cooking! Cooking an egg. God, I'm just standing here thinking about how I could never have a cooking show. Nope, not in the cards for me. This is getting crazy. Egg on a plate. Now I'm honestly just gonna take a whole bunch of spring mix and just throw as much as I want onto the plate. And then I feel a little bit better about myself, you know? Wow, Taylor. And then I'm gonna throw on some grape tomatoes because I love these guys. Bada bing. And never forget to season your greens, folks. If you hate your greens, give them some seasoning. And I should honestly just be an ambassador for Salad Supreme because this is my favorite seasoning. And last but not least, we have our rye toast. And I'm gonna top this with some avocado because I'm original. And there you have it. Honestly, this to me is such a staple. Honest to God, this took 5 minutes. So like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. Breakfast one is a go. Can't go wrong with this. It's delicious. Okay, this next breakfast option will come at absolutely no surprise, but it is probably the biggest staple in my diet on a consistent basis, and that is a sweet potato with cashew butter. It's so good, I'm just dreaming about it already. Now, what makes this even more fun is that I just make the sweet potato the lazy way. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a delicious caramelized sweet potato that you can pop into the oven that will just make it so much more delicious. But what I also love is time, convenience, microwaves. So that's what I'm going to do. Essentially, you just take your sweet potato and you poke a few holes in it with either a fork or a knife or something just to have it, I don't know, air out in the microwave. I wish I could take credit for the creativeness of this recipe, but it's actually from one of my best friends and former roommate from college. And she basically turned me on to this, and I've never been turned off. I guess I'm advertising this as a breakfast option, but truly it can be for any time of the day. You want this as breakfast? Go right ahead. Lunch, afternoon snack, dessert. That's why sweet potatoes are the best. They're just so versatile. Then you're gonna pop it in the microwave for 90 seconds on each side. Sweet potato time, sweet potato. Hey! All right, now you got a hot potato, extraordinarily hot. Now, if you wanna do this the Taylor way, the twisty Tay way, God, that sounds really hard to say, then you'll wanna get Trader Joe's creamy salted cashew butter. Any nut butter will do. And then you're just gonna give yourself a generous serving on each slice. Love doing this with a fork, going on really easy. Love that for me. And then my friends, you just pick up this little beautiful potato and you just eat her like a piece of toast. That sounded a little bit scary. Another alternative, if you have any sort of nut allergies, sometimes I'll do a sweet potato with a fried egg on top, or I will use the sweet potato in replace of the rye bread that I had in the first breakfast options. That's just another way of making it fun, but honestly, if you try this, please let me know in the comments down below, because I take such pride in my sweet potato love, in my cashew butter love, and I really wanna know your honest opinion on it. I wanna know your honest opinion on all these, so if you try any of them, please let me know down below. All right, this one's actually really fun, and if you watch my video on Sydney Cummings, I made this exact recipe in that video. It is so ingenious. I've been making it for myself pretty much ever since. So it's really, really simple, but I think creative. Basically, you're just gonna take a waffle. Kodiak cakes are some of my favorite protein-packed waffle brands. I don't really know, are there others? This is the only one I've ever tried. I love it, I think it's delicious. You take your waffle, and then you're gonna grab your yogurt of choice. Fage is always my favorite. I've been eating Fage for years. I think it's the best and best for you Greek yogurt. That's just kind of my personal opinion. Feel free to offer a different one. And what you're gonna do, I don't know why I'm laughing. I think I'm just giggling at the fact that I'm not a chef, but here I am offering these recipes. I don't know, whatever. You're gonna mix your protein in with your yogurt. And to me, this is just like the part where you kind of lost me. Like someone tells you to mix something together, like unusual food combos, and you're so doubtful, like why would that even taste good? When you blend it together just swimmingly, honestly, you can't taste it. When I went to buy this yogurt, they didn't have the ginormous tubs. I am making such a mess. Oh my God. Then once it starts to look like it's actually something that you could eat, you're going to basically spread it on top of your waffle. And then you just spread that puppy on to your heart's desire. And then we can get fun with the toppings. Chef Boyard Taylor. And then last but not least, because I'm so fancy, we're gonna add a sprinkle of that beautiful Ceylon cinnamon, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, our third breakfast idea of the day. Honestly, divine waffle idea right here. And you know what? If you hate protein, you leave the protein out. You make it yummy for you. But I think this is so freaking good. Oh yeah. All right, we have our fourth and final recipe, and that is probably something I make far too often on this channel, and that is smoothies. I always show you all what I mix into my smoothies, but I think it would be really helpful if I just listed it all out, because I nearly do the same thing or the same formula every single time, and it's foolproof and it's delicious. These are the beautiful ingredients, the beautiful contestants for today's smoothie. Now I should preface this by saying that I make all of my smoothies thick enough so I can turn them into smoothie bowls. There's just something a lot more satisfying about eating your smoothie with a spoon rather than with a straw. You get my point? So I pretty much put in the bare minimum of liquid, or the bare minimum of anything that's gonna make it too liquidy. Now, the formula that I follow is something that was popularized by somebody named Kelly LeVeque. And I feel like a broken record because I've already talked about this before, but it's really important. Kelly basically popularized the idea that you should have 4 key components of your smoothies: protein, fat, fiber, and greens. It doesn't matter what ingredients I'm putting into the smoothie as long as I have at least all 4 of those components crossed off. For my protein, obviously I'll just do Orgain. I actually will probably use the rest of this because I still have a lot left and I kind of want the thickness that the yogurt will provide for the smoothie. For my fat, I'm gonna use the rest of this avocado, and I'm probably gonna also put in some peanut butter because I wanna make this a peanut butter banana smoothie, and can't go wrong with too much peanut butter. Especially when I'm making smoothies, I try and use peanut butter powder. There's no point in just adding the extra oil into the smoothie. If I can, I might as well. It's a lot better for you, and I just think it's easier, especially when you're gonna throw it into a smoothie. And I put a ton in because it's powder. The reason I love this formula so much is because I can get very carried away when it comes to my smoothies because I have eyes far too big for my stomach, and I'll want to put every single fun ingredient into the blender and just first hope it tastes good, but then also just I get really, really excited and I don't realize that putting so much into the blender is not always a good thing, and then I end up turning a healthy smoothie into something that's not good for me whatsoever. So that's why I just love to stick to this Fab 4 component, protein, fat, fiber, greens, because then I have a little bit more of a rule book, and then I feel like I'm a little bit more healthy. For my fiber, I always just do chia seeds. I think they're just the easiest, and I feel like they last me so freaking long. I bought this months ago. I just put in a few pinches, and then lastly, we'll do some greens. Not lastly, oh my God, we need fruit. Probably every single time I do this, I just use spinach and I just throw in as much as I want. I'm gonna add a banana, and honestly, you can add anything else that you want. If you wanna put in more fruit, you can put in berries, you can put in mangoes. This is just one variety that I do quite often because I think it's easiest and I like it. Woo, woo! You know, this is the downside of not adding in enough liquid. It's also the downside of just having a blender. Oh, baby. Excuse me. I just feel like the biggest disaster today. I don't even know. This is frozen berries. You can buy them at Costco. Then I add some goji berries. Goji berries are awesome because they're full of antioxidants, right? And last but not least, some hemp hearts. This is a great option if you need some more protein in your diet. Dump some of that on and you got yourself a smoothie bowl. Like I said, you can have so much fun with this. You can put in any ingredients that you want. This is just one good option that is one of my go-tos, and I hope that you enjoy. Well, folks, thanks so much for watching. I know that eating healthy and eating well can feel really intimidating, and it can be very intimidating when you're somebody like me that has no idea how to properly cook. So when it comes to just having some staples that you can add a little bit of variety to every time you're cooking, you're gonna be so happy and it's gonna make you feel darn good. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe down below. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe. I already said that. I already said that! What's wrong with me? I'm pathetic. That's the answer. Follow me on any social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, you name it, at Taylor Woods with 2 L's. Love you all so much. I'm gonna go enjoy my delicious smoothie bowl now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.